Top of the morning, y'all. Tonight we're going to have our very first interview with Kamala Harris, and fives of tens of people are on the edge of their seats in eager expectation to watch it. First off, I want to say this video is sponsored by Allegiance Gold. Inflation, as y'all know, is higher than Hunter Biden in the West Wing, and a lot of y'all are becoming first-time gold owners, and it's a beautiful thing. Allegiance Gold makes sure that you have to have no minimum, and you get to physically hold it in your hands, which is what I always love. The BRICS nations are about to crash the dollar, y'all, and you're going to see why all these other countries have been stocking up on gold all along. You can get $5,000 in free silver with qualified purchases, so just go to protectwithbuddy.com. These folks are our kind of people, or I would not be talking about them on here. Protectwithbuddy.com. Look into gold, y'all. I will put the link below. All right, y'all, so we got to talk about this interview, right? First off, it's going to be on CNN, which is the communist news network. So you can guarantee you're going to see more softballs in this interview than a lesbian picnic. It's not, I repeat, not a live interview. And even with all the editing, even with all the cropping, right? Y'all gonna still tell me that Walls needs to be there? Here's my thing. This was her big moment to show how powerful women are, that they can stand on their own policies, their own opinions, and their own thoughts and their style of leadership. But instead, she needs a man to be there physically, and we all know why. Because a child always needs a grown-up to go face the school principal. But what a missed opportunity, I'm just saying, to keep talking about all these little girls who look up to her because she's a woman, whatever that is, by the way, because Democrats have no freaking idea. But imagine being that little girl who loves communism and totalitarianism, and you're excited for Kamala, right? Then you have to see your fearless leader walk out and do an interview after 40 days of complete silence, accompanied by a man just to help her pull it off. By the way, I would never dare call Tim Walz a man. Tampon Timmy does not get the word. He has embarrassed the entire state of Minnesota, and everybody up there right now is just facepalm. I get it. I'm embarrassed for you. I got secondhand embarrassment. I'm a Southerner, okay? But pushing an unelected candidate is the first way to piss off Americans. Telling them straight up that you're going to raise their taxes if you get elected is the second way to piss off Americans. And if you're looking for the third way, it's her locking up black people for smoking weed, which, by the way, is about the same level of offense as not having your seatbelt buckled these days. I mean, let's just be honest. You really got to know how to market, and Democrats don't know how to do it. I'll give you an example. I was driving by, and there's a whole bunch of boys standing out there saying, car wash the other day, and my son is with me in the passenger seat. And it's a bunch of dudes. They're like 16, 17 years old, jumping up and down like a bunch of frantic little cheerleader girls. And I was sitting there going, is this serious? And my son is dead quiet. He's kind of looking over. And then we look back behind them 200 yards to see who's doing the car washing. And it's a whole bunch of more dudes. We're completely confused. My son goes, they obviously don't know what they're doing. You get your hottest cheerleaders that you've got in your school and you march them out front and you say, car wash, right? And even in the back, if the dudes are doing it, the marketing up front has to be right. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. That's a pure example of how they don't know what they're doing. I would be willing to bet that Kamala and Tampon Timmy, all right? You like that, Tampon Timmy? I would be willing to bet that this interview ain't even real, that it's been pre-recorded, 100% scripted, and I bet they brought in the writers of the West Wing to probably write and deliver and all, this whole alter ego with a perfectly pitched, type of tone to try to convince the 17 Americans that are actually watching this that these are her thoughts. I can't stop laughing because look, they're not willing to risk leaving her being unattended. And that's the dadgum fact. This is a family gathering where you leave your 12-year-old in charge of all the 6-year-old little cousins, and you walk upstairs and you go, hey darling, who's in charge here? And she proudly says, I am, Daddy. Of course you are, sweetheart. Of course you are. What we can expect is a bunch of fluffy pancakes and sprinkles of fake joy, and Tim Walz literally being her emotional support Midwesterner. You like that? He's going to be her emotional support Midwesterner. RFK and Trump are doing like 5 to 12 interviews every single day. Do y'all know that? It's really the Trump RFK Vance ticket now, when you really think about it. This interview is going to be cringier than Jackson Mahomes twerking in the Chiefs end zone at halftime. I posted it on TikTok. I promise you that. Have a great Labor Day, y'all. And if your family is coming over and they happen to suck, then just watch a whole bunch of Buddy Brown videos. I'll be your family. Y'all be good. God bless you.